Deep breath. God morning, we arose to a new fresh day. We arose. Deep breath. Feel the deliciousness of this moment. Deep breath and access all the joy within, all the joy. Deep breath, breathing deeply, withdrawing attention from the conscious mind and the five senses and thinking. Deep breath. Deep breath. And in light of our travel Zoom last night, a request. Would you send love straight from your heart to the heart of all attendees of all the retreats and events, for them to have courage, perfect peace, a blessed way, synchronicities, abundance far beyond what is required for the most luxurious of experiences, growth that is gentle, unfoldment that is authentic, close adherence to the soul's yes, gently, lovingly, allowing the body, the mind to align with the soul's yes. And seeing these amazing beings, include yourself, boarding the perfect planes. The planes are blessed. Having the perfect people sit next to them, meeting new friends, being at peace within oneself at airports, perhaps creating content. Oh, thank you so much. I'm up in the meditation and not even remembering I muted myself on Clubhouse. Please forgive me. We are sending love in this meditation as we have breathed deeply. We are sending love to all the incredible beings who are traveling with us this year and forever, and who have ever been with us. We include all in this whoosh of love energy. We are choosing to send from our heart to the heart of all the travelers. They're going on a pilgrimage to meet themselves. Include yourself, for as they get on planes, you too benefit. All are one in this experience. There is no distinction. Breathing deeply, sending love forth to all our travelers traveling to Dubai, happy, safe, healthy, wealthy, on purpose, fulfilling destiny, overcoming challenges, tapping into bliss and endless joy, There's an ease and a grace present in every step. We are spelling ourselves and our consciousness with a magic that transcends the third dimensional plane. We now ask the archangels, Raphael, Uriel, Michael, Gabriel, keepers of the four winds and the four elements. We ask these mighty cosmic powers to guide us in every step, before us, behind us, to the right of us, to the left of us. Stand cosmic powers, immovable, perfect, the same as our own perfected nature and being. We travel with these beings. We know that a myriad of angels surround all planes, and a myriad of angels surround all restaurants, airports, all over the globe, that 1,000,000 angels surround all resorts, causing everyone present, all of those who work and serve and caretake there, to be blessed, to be wealthier, because we intended for all to benefit from our presence. We know we are all on the hero's quest. And as we breathe and consciously send love to all who travel, know that you too, wherever you are and wherever you may travel to, you are under this blessing and receiving the benefit of all of the minds that are in this experience, choosing to send love consciously, intentionally, to all travelers and all who are connected with all travelers for the highest and best for all. Ashe. See the love pouring from your heart to all planes, all airports, all resorts, all retreat centers, all cruises, all yachts, all accommodations, all transfers to and from airports, all limos, all vans, all trains, all ships, and all who tend and take care and serve in these spaces, and all who prepare these spaces, all the hands that prepare beds. Blessed are you, all the hands that prepare food. Blessed are you, and blessed is the food. All who are in any way connected with all these soul excursions, all the pilots and co-pilots, all those who tend to us in the air lovingly and kindly, patiently, and who serve us from the moment we board to the moment we exit. We give thanks and honor to all the souls who have chosen to participate in our soul excursion by supporting us in one way or the other. and for all the pilgrimage walkers, for all of you who are stepping out of your comfort zone and going to lands unknown and experiencing the hero's quest and fighting your own demons with the sword of the Spirit. This is the sword of truth. And doing the impossible. Godspeed. Pour love to all these beings all over the globe. Pour love on the Serengeti, where all of the animals are walking about, flying about, swimming about, crawling about. Send love to all the islands of the globe. Send love to all the oceans and the seas that we will traverse. Send love. See it pour from your heart all over the globe, bathing the globe in love. You are both the giver and the receiver of this love. There is no other. Give and receive are one, and we always get to give first. Feel the love of your own soul. Bask in it. Feel the return of your thoughts of love, joy, bliss, beauty, peace, tranquility, serenity, an easy way, a graceful way, an accomplishing way, a successful way, a way filled with miracles. Now, having bathed all in love, including self, we now prepare to receive Lesson 79 in A Course in Miracles. Let me We now prepare for Lesson 80, not 79. Lesson 80. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. We're going to share the screen. Alrighty. Alrighty. We are ready. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. Yesterday was let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. And after doing our practice yesterday, now we are at let me recognize my problems have been solved. If you are willing to recognize your problems, as we did yesterday, and if you're brand new here, welcome. We are on a 365-day curriculum to clear the mind, align the mind with divine mind, forgive, let go, and be at perfect peace and bliss with everyone and everything all the time, including oneself. Wow. Your one central problem has been answered, and you have no other. The one central problem we all have is the problem of separation. This is where all problems come from. This is where racism comes from because we think we are separate races. This is where class issues come from because we think there are separate classes. This is where issues come from in the body temple because we think that we are separated from divine mind. This is where all of what we saw in 2020 and 2021 comes from because we think we are separate from the creations of God, including viruses and bacteria and all of the other helpful microorganisms that exist in this universe, where with a clear and appropriate mind, we will perfectly coexist with all of the organisms of the universe. There are no created things by source that inherently are against each other. A house divided against itself cannot stand. So therefore we know that all that is in this universe is harmonious and is one. The only time we have a problem is when we separate something, especially separate self from God, separate self from our brother. Separation is the only problem. Separation is the only problem. Our wonderful assignment is to remember exactly what Christ said. He said to his brothers and sisters, brothers, and others, I and the Father are one, just as you and I are one. You and I are one, and I and the Father are one. He was completely in the oneness of all creation, did not see another, did not see a separation. He only saw the great, vast web of life that connects all, in which we all live, breathe, move, and have our very existence. He didn't see bits and parts of it. He saw the whole. And when you see the whole, it is indeed an awesome thing to behold. And you will be at peace because you will know you are one with this whole wondrous tapestry of the universe, and there is nothing against you, and there is nothing coming to attack you, and there is nothing, because attacking you would be attacking itself, and everything that is absolutely divinely aligned knows this. Salvation thus depends on recognizing this one problem. We must recognize the problem, separation. The one problem, separation. The one problem, separation. And understanding that it has been solved, oneness. One problem, separation. One solution, oneness. One problem, separation. One solution, oneness. One problem, separation. One solution, oneness. Wholeness, holiness, the all. Salvation is accomplished. Freedom from conflict has been given you. Freedom from conflict. When I was conflicted about being a Christian, which was a separation problem, because I had the Christian on one side separated from God, the witch on the other side separated from God, the Christian and the witch separated from each other, and both of them separated from me. I had 1, 2, 3, 4 entities going on at the same time: the Christian, the witch, me, and God. Praying to God to please fix this situation. Wow, you can see why I had a devil of a problem. Freedom from conflict has been given you. That's how I got to freedom from conflict. I recognized, wait a minute, there's not four things going on here, there's one. The Holy Spirit helped to bring me home. And then I came to be at perfect peace with being a Christian witch. Perfect peace. It's peace beyond human comprehension. Freedom from conflict has been given you. Accept that fact. It's a fact. And you are ready to take your rightful place in God's plan for salvation. Please take your rightful place in God's plan for salvation. Please. The whole world needs you. You're shining with splendid self. Your luminosity lights up the whole cosmos. We need you. Your only problem has been solved. Wow, repeat it to yourself. Exclamation point. Your only problem has been solved. Your only problem has been solved. Tell yourself, my only problem has been solved. Repeat this over and over to yourself today with gratitude and conviction. My only problem has been solved. My only problem has been solved. My only problem has been solved. This ought to be a party. It is a party. You have recognized your only problem, opening the way for the Holy Spirit to give you God's answer. You have laid deception aside and seen the light of truth. Remember, we said before, I will there be light. And then we said the light has come. First we willed it, and then it came. You have accepted salvation for yourself by bringing the problem to the answer. The problem and the answer coexist, and the problem is not real. Lovely. And you can recognize the answer because the problem has been identified. You no longer think you have 20 problems. You no longer think you have 99 problems and a blank ain't one. You no longer believe this. We know clearly now there's one problem. I think I'm separate from this beautiful being over here. I think I'm separate from God. I think I'm separate from the blade of grass. I think I'm separate from this roach in my house. I think I'm separate from the bird. So I can just do whatever I want to. I think I'm separate from this tree, so I just chop it down indiscriminately. This is how we get plundering. This is how we get plundering, because we do not see as the First Nations of North America and the Aboriginal nations of Australia, and the Aboriginal nations and the Druids and the Celtics and all across the witch doctors and all across Africa and the shamans of South America and North America, all the magical beings all over the world, and all of the tribes they served, the original tribes, knew all was one. They all knew this. They all knew they were one with the stars, all the planets. They knew it. And their whole life revolved around the web of life. Not just me. It's just me. So I can go kill and shoot and do whatever I want to do. I can destroy at will because it's just me. That's the only thought that's driving many of us. It's just me. No. You're not separate from the whole. You are one with the moon. Therefore, we honor the moon cycles. We begin to see the tapestry of life. We are all in. We're in a great tapestry, a great web of life that grandmother spider is weaving, as the First Nations told us. It's a web, and we knew this. That is how from our consciousness emerged a physical representation of it called the World Wide Web. Every time you type in www, you are acknowledging the oneness. The First Nations called it the web of life. And then we created a literal web as an outpicturing of our knowing that we are all connected. And we made a way to connect with all of us all over the world. We made the ways to connect. Where did that come from? That comes from our consciousness, our deep knowing that never left our minds, that we are one and we're all in this together. And we found that out in 2020 and 2021, that we were having a global experience all together. What a revelation. And you can recognize the answer because the problem has been identified. You are entitled to peace today. You are entitled to miracles, as Lesson 77 states, and you are entitled to peace today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you go around and try to confront all the tiny problems or the big problems all the hairy problems that won't seem to go away. We are allowing love to now take care of all that we view, perceive, imagine, conjure in our minds that could possibly be a problem. You're entitled to peace today. A problem that has been resolved cannot trouble you. It can't trouble you anymore because it's been taken care of. Tell yourself, it's been taken care of. My only problem has been solved. This is, I tell you, family, between 78, 79, 80, I got rid of problems. I haven't had a problem since. Years ago, when I read this, I said, well, wow, all these decades I've spent having problems. Problems are optional. If I am still having problems, it's because I want to have the problems. If I'm still having problems after I've been shown the way, and there's some reason why all of us are here in this experience together, we're seeing the way. There is a reason for that. There is a divine reason for that, a synchronicity, a grand conspiring of the universe to bring us all together. How delicious is that? And now here we are all together, reminding ourselves and reminding each other, you're God, you're God, you're God. Wow, look at this expression of God. Look at this expression of God. Look at this expression of the all. Call it God, the all, the universe, Ra, Olodumare, Krishna, Jehovah, Yahweh. We have many, 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 many names. Allah for the one. The all, spirit, infinite intelligence, the quantum field, whatever you desire to call it. It is for you and it is you. A problem that has been resolved cannot trouble you. Only be certain you do not forget that all problems are the same. Remember, all problems are the same. They're all coming from the same thing. They're all coming from the same place in my mind. Yet when they spew out in different directions. They have one common core source. And when it spews out of my mind, that I'm holding a belief of separation in my mind, that I'm separate from God some kind of way, because God's not having any of these problems. And that became my question. I have asked myself, is God having this problem? The answer would always be no. Then why do I have it? I'm not going to do that. Well, because remember, the Course says that you must have a recognition and a relinquishment. We must relinquish, let go, forgive, let go. Crazy thought comes up, let it go. An old grievance comes up, let it go. A grievance in the present comes up, well, you're not going to tell me, let it go. Oh, wait a minute, let me get back to my peace. Let me return home to peace. And so we have been told by the Course to recognize, know again, and relinquish. Let go of what you think. The universe is not going to come and yank your beliefs, your horrible beliefs away from you that are causing pain in the body, that are causing pain in the money, that are causing pain in the relationships, that are causing pain in the household with children. It's causing pain everywhere. You could have peace instead of pain. You could have peace instead of pain if you would forgive. It just means let it go. That's all it means. It doesn't mean it has nothing to do with people. I have to go and forgive this person and forgive that person and forgive that person. No, you are not forgiving people. You're just giving up everything you made about the experiences we had on planet Earth with everyone. We're not carrying any grievances. It's all, we're clean. We wiped the slate clean. It's okay. You know how you used to be. I used to like to be the monitor, not really the monitor. I used to like to be like the teacher's volunteer. You know how the teacher would ask somebody back in the day when we had boards, we used to have these chalkboards and they wrote on them with chalk. And you know how the teacher would ask somebody to erase the board? And I would love to erase the board. So you get up there and play in the powder. You know, that's what I really wanted to do. It wasn't really about doing the work. It was about playing and getting that white stuff. I don't know why I like chalk and getting that white stuff all over and seeing it, you know, that little gray eraser with the little lines in it. I'm so going back to my childhood now. And it was wiping, it was like, at least I got out of that chair. Good Lord. They kept me in that chair for like 8 hours. They let me out to eat lunch and play for 10 minutes recess. And then I had to sit back in this chair. Anything to get out of this chair. Yes, I'll clean the whole board. I'll clean the whole room if I can get out of this chair. And hop up and erase the board. That's your job. Go back to your childhood when you used to love to do things like that. And now do that with your consciousness. Get your big eraser, your big fat eraser, and just erase your whole chalk. It's just chalk. It's just made up. It's made up things about you and other people. It's all made up. And made up things about God. It's all made up. Made up things about the world, made up things about different countries, made up things about all cultures, made up things about religions. Well, we have a lot on our chalkboard. We have a lot on the chalkboard. Good thing it's so easy to erase. Just erase it. Just start fresh. Do not forget that all problems are the same, beloved. Their many forms will not deceive you while you remember this. You won't be deceived if you remember. You won't be torn in 50 different, directions when you remember. Oh, one problem, one solution. You'll be calm. You'll have the peace of God. You'll glide through your life. There'll be some kind of glistening around you. I call it the golden quality. Things become golden for you. You have challenges. Absolutely. Yes, I love a good challenge. It's going to make me stronger. You won't have problems. You don't need problems. Get rid of all of them. One problem, separation. One solution, oneness. Accept the peace this simple statement brings. It's so simple. In our longer practice periods today, which we will have our first one this morning, as we do every morning, our longer practice periods are 10 to 15 minutes in the morning and 10 to 15 minutes at night. We will claim the peace that must be ours when the problem and the answer have been brought together. As we said yesterday, when you bring together the tomato and the knife, you can make a salad. The problem must be gone because God's answer cannot fail. If God gave you the one solution to the one problem, the problem has to disintegrate. It must be gone because God's will can't fail. It's not, oh, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know. Maybe it works for some people. Maybe it works only for the good people and not for the other people. No, it works for everyone. Everyone who's willing to use it. Everyone. Having recognized one, you have recognized the other. The solution is inherent in the problem. You have a problem, and inside the very problem you have, the solution is inside the very problem. You are answered, and you have accepted the answer. You are saved. You see how certain this is. There's no question about it. There's no doubt about that. Doubt sinks ships. You are answered, and you have accepted the answer. You are saved. We were told the other day, when the light has come, you are healed, and you can heal. Now go about your business and light up the world. Now let the peace that your acceptance brings be giving you peace. Peace be still. Let all peace to my mind. Let all my thoughts be still. That's a mantra from the chorus. Peace to my mind. Let all my thoughts be still. Now let the peace that your acceptance brings be given you. Close your eyes and receive your reward. You see, all of this is done in the mind and with the mind and through the mind. The universe is mental. Clear the mind. Recognize that your problems have been solved. Recognize that you are out of conflict, free and at peace. You are out of conflict. And not only are you out of conflict in this moment, you are out of conflict forever. You're free and you're at peace. Above all, remember that you have one problem and that the problem has one solution. The Course says this over and over and over for us because we have been conditioned over and over and over to lies. Therefore, in order to reach that place of purity within the soul, that pure core, We got to peel back a few layers. I had a lot of layers, lots of layers, religion layers and race layers and layers of where I came from and layers of who I thought I was. I had so many layers. We get to peel those layers off. It is in this that the simplicity of salvation lies. It is simple. Salvation is simple. It is because of this that it is guaranteed to work. It's guaranteed to work. It cannot fail. You cannot fail. You are free of conflict. You are at peace. Assure yourself often today that your problems have been solved. When you see something that looks like a problem trying to come up, well, wait a minute. Let me apply the truth. My problems have been solved. I mean, this is just one problem coming from my mind because I think I'm separated from God. That's why I think I see a problem. Let me correct it at its origin in my mind. I think I have a problem with somebody else, and I think this problem might turn into a grievance. Let me correct it where it originates in my mind. I made it up. Repeat the idea with deep conviction as frequently as possible. It's washing, washing, washing. If you have an old something that you pulled out of the ground and it was full of dirt and crud and it had all kinds of, let's say you pulled gold out of the ground and it had all kinds of dirt and crud and it was crud and dirt in the cracks and crevices, would you do what's required once you go to the sink and start scrubbing, start cleaning it up? Of course, when they mine gold, they pull it out of the ground. It's not in its perfect form yet. We pull it out and we scrub it up, we wash it off, and then we toss it into a fire and burn it. So it melt it all down, smelt it. And all the dross comes to the top and we skim that off. And what do we have left? Pure gold. You see, you are going through what is called alchemy of the soul, and the alchemists knew that you could turn base metals, lead, a base metal, lead, into gold. That is what we are doing with our own self. We are turning our own leaden mind full of dross before we went into the smelter's fire, before we went through the alchemical process. Our mind was lead. It was in sex and survival. That's what a lower mind is in. A lower mind is in sex and survival. The angels told me that a very long time ago. And then you start to raise up out of sex and survival. That all you think of is reproduction and surviving, not thriving, surviving. It's survival consciousness. It's very painful. It's really, really, really low state of consciousness to be in. And then once you start to elevate beyond sex and survival, and you begin to elevate your mind, hey, maybe your body hasn't elevated yet. Your mind is elevated, you know your body will follow. You begin to elevate your mind into loftier ideas, into abundance, and then you see abundance, into oneness, and then you see oneness, into peace, prosperity for all, freedom for all, and then you begin to see peace, prosperity, freedom for all. So what are we doing today when it says you assure yourself often? We are doing our alchemical process. We are taking that gold, we are washing it. It's a process. And when we say process, we don't mean time. We don't mean time. Because in spirit realms, there is no time. It's instantaneous if you want it to be. That's why we must repeat the ideas for the day with deep conviction, because within us, there is a lot of crud and we're washing it off and we're melting it into the fire and we're cleaning off the dross. And be particularly sure to apply the idea for today to any specific problem that may arise. Say quickly, oh, let me recognize this problem has been solved. Let me recognize this problem has been solved. Let us be determined not to collect grievances today. Be determined. I'm not going to be mad at anyone today. I promise. I am not going to add another grievance to the table. Matter of fact, I'm taking off all the grievances that I can find in my mind. all the things I have against people, all the things I think people should do, all the things I think people should say, all the things I don't like about this person or that species of animal, all the things I don't like about the world, all the things I'm complaining about and griping about and being irritated about, all the people that are cutting me off in traffic and blah, blah, blah. I'm letting it all go. I refuse to have a grievance today. Oh, I'm not going to collect a grievance today. No, go in peace. Go in peace, child of God who is one with me. Go in peace. Let us be determined to be free of problems that do not exist. Please do not continue to play the game of illusions in the mind. Be determined. I am determined to set myself free of what I thought all these problems were that really, in essence, do not exist. The means is simple honesty. Do not deceive yourself about what the problem is, and you must recognize it has been solved. Now we have our meditation, our first practice period for the day, and that practice period is 10 minutes in which we follow the instructions given in the course. We begin now.
And could you imagine how much peace that brought to my life? Oh my goodness. You know, I recognize the quietness after I dug into this lesson. And the quietness was the peace that came from knowing that there's only one problem, there's only one solution, and the problem that I perceive I have has already been solved. And leaning into that oneness was, going into meditation and just imagining myself one with everything and connected to everything. And there's no separation. And any separation that I'm perceiving is in my mind. And so it takes a lot of, a higher energetic work for me to get my consciousness to that level of understanding oneness. And so for me, this lesson brings peace, it brings satisfaction, it brings a knowing that at any moment I could just stop. If I find myself, oh, those people over there, or I don't like them, or those, then I realize those are separate thoughts that you're having. Dr. B, what are you doing? And those thoughts are going to lead to pain. So don't have those thoughts. We already been down this road. And so I know how to correct really quickly when I'm having these thoughts of separation. Because, the ego lets you think that that's a great thing to do. Those people over there know them, and there are no people out there. It's just me and my consciousness and my level of understanding of my oneness with everything in the universe. So I love this lesson, and I love the peace that it brings. And so I can't wait for this juicy conversation. So I'm complete for now.
I felt a sense of relief too in the meditation. Relief. Whew. All that I thought, right? Like boulders rolling off, weight falling off.
It has to.
Who's next?
We have Coach Michelle.
Welcome, Coach Michelle is a mod now. Hey, Coach Michelle, how you loving?
I'm loving well. And good morning, family. Good morning.
Good God morning.
Good morning. Okay. I believe we have people coming to the stage, but until they get here, I would just say I thought finding out that I only had one problem was a blessing. But to sit in that even that has already been solved. Mm-hmm. It just puts you into a bliss, a flow state for me. Speak about my experience. That's just a high vibration all in of itself. We come here each day and we hear all these lessons. Everybody here should be floating day by day by day by day, just rising higher in their elevation, in their communication, in their actions. Love you, baby. Excuse me, that's my son. In their actions. So with that said, it even took me to the, for everyone that's in a mystery school, just operating in a higher state with everything we love learning, just integrating it all, just pulling it all together. It's as if everything is in divine timing and just coming along so perfectly. I am complete.
Ashe. If we're not vibing higher, we get to deepen in the one. We get to deeper. It's like a tree. We're growing roots at the same time that we're growing branches. It's exactly like a tree. You're going deeper within yourself and you're going higher in your life. Deeper within yourself, higher in your life. You're that tree, you're going in both directions at the same time. A tree is a perfect metaphor. Thank you, Coach Michelle. Who's next?
Good morning, everybody. This is Dia.
Hey, Dia, how you loving?
I'm loving well. I hope you are too.
Yes.
I just wanted to quickly say I got a new revelation about a phrase that we often use all the time when we say no problem. And I was thinking, instead of saying it in the situations we normally say it in, I'm going to use it whenever I see something that I think is a problem or experience a grievance that I feel like is a problem. I'm just going to make that my little mantra to get me back to thinking about this lesson that I have no problem. So if you hear me saying no problem a lot, no problem. And I'm complete.
Just like they say in Jamaica, no problem, man. Everything is Irie. Everything is Irie. They got Irie in Jamaica. That means it's a code. It's an ethos. No problem, man. I mean, it's on the bags, it's on the hats, it's on everything. No problem, man. M-O-N, man. Everything is Irie. Love it, Dio. Who's next?
Greetings, everyone. This is Alina.
Hey, Alina, how you loving?
I'm doing great. I'm laughing because it's March. My birthday is coming up, and I've been gone from the job for a minute. I'm still living. I'm still alive. I'm still here, so I'm excited about that. And I just wanted to share something. I know on lesson 65, I know we're not on that, we're on lesson 70, but to me, to me, 65 is going with everything. Like every lesson to 65, it seems like they're all one. All the lessons are one anyway. But my only function, the one guy gave me, I script every morning. So I script that 55 times. I script it, I write it out 55 times because I have to get that in my mind.
Yeah.
And so the other day, a lady contacted me on the app and she said my order was incomplete. So I said, okay, well, my only function is the one guy gave me, and I always say that I'm totally taken care of.
Yes.
So I responded back to her. I cut the app off. So I said, well, let me return back without pay, and I'll just go and retrieve the rest of your order. It was incomplete because they sealed the bag. I said, because really, that money can come from me from any place. And the lady said, let me contact Uber Eats. I said, I'll pull over on the side and I'll wait for you to respond back. She responded back to me. She gave me the largest tip ever. She said, I don't need you to do anything. Uber's refunded my money, but I've never, ever had a response like this where the person was willing to go back and they're not going to get paid on the app. She said that was just phenomenal. And she's texted me twice since I gave her, she didn't give me her real number and I texted her back with my real number. That's not something they never let you do because they give a fake number when you text it. But she gave me the real number, then I texted her, and I just told her, just have a wonderful day. And then I was going on about doing my job. I would have never done that. I would have been so nervous. What am I going to do? Where's the money going to come from? And I just want to thank you because my only function is the one God gave me, you know? And so, and you never know when it's going to come from. I woke up, I had Cash App this morning. And it has nothing to do with the app. I haven't even turned the app on. So I don't know from day to day where it's coming from. Yes. But I never experienced this type of freedom in my spirit. Woo. I just want to thank you for pushing me off the ledge. Woo. All right. So there's really no problems. They can't be solved.
I'm over here rejoicing. Alina. I want your page in the book. Did you hear yesterday that we're writing a book? all of us that want to add to the book, you can add to the book. We don't have the details yet. We're writing a book of radical transformation stories from a year in A Course in Miracles. We're documenting our year. We've got to document it for future generations. We can give it to our kids and our grandkids, and everyone gets through. Did you hear it, Alina, that we're writing a book?
Yes. Did you hear that my affirmations of fire, it was just been, what's her name? Angel just, she just formatted it for me, and we're getting ready to, we're going to post it on Amazon. And on the first part of that journal, it talks about you, Reverend Val.
What?
It really does.
Really?
It talks about you. It says affirmations of fire. I don't know if Angel can post the cover or she can give the cover to somebody, but Angel did my cover. It has fire all over the affirmations. And it says these affirmations came about as a result of doing the Course in Miracles, Lesson 40 with Reverend Val. Valerie Love. She briefly stated that it would be good as we went throughout the day, every 10 minutes, affirming positive, productive thoughts. If we completed this task by end of day, we would have at least 48 affirmations. So that's how the journal came about. So as a result of 40 affirmations, the fire was birthed. I'm a big advocate for affirming positive thoughts. It uplifts the spirit. It's a great habit to have of constantly, consistently, and continuing speaking life over oneself and others as well. And then it goes on to talk about the affirmations, how spirit gave it to me in 4 groups of 12. Mood, M for mind, O for opportunities, O for others, and D for deeds. And that's how the affirmations was given. So Angel just formatted it for me, so I'm gonna get with Angel how if we can put it on Amazon.
Oh my goodness, y'all are freaking fantastic. I'll give you a free tool too for formatting books. You ready, family? I'll give you a free tool. Oh, it's such a good tool. I use this tool so much. As a matter of fact, I use this tool for the Christian Witches books.
Workbooks too?
Anything you want. Yep. So let's go to share this tab instead. Okay, let's go to reedsee.com. So it's spelled REED as in dog, S as in Sam, Y.com. Like a read, because people used to write with a read. Reedsee.com. And I have to tell you something. This is the only place where I know that you can format a beautiful book for free. Yes, family, I said free. And I'll tell you, I'm going to show you spellcrafting, because spellcrafting was created in Reedsee. And I have to tell you something. I'm going to come off screen share for a moment and show you spellcrafting. Spellcrafting for the Christian Witches. Now, the cover, of course, was not created there. The cover was created by my professional cover designer, who also created the other books in the series. She created the cover for Magical Prayers and for the Christian Witch, which are really words of power for the Christian Witch. And of course, the original bombshell that kicked the whole thing off, How to Be a Christian Witch. So these are all a series of books, and the series continues soon, because soon an angel magic book will be coming out. Woohoo! Members on the channel, YouTube members on the channel, only $4.99 a month, and you receive the books as a gift, ebook version, ebook form. So if you look in spellcrafting, you will see that spellcrafting has not only a very extensive table of contents, because this spellcrafting is really a whole compendium of magic. It's not so much a book you read straight through. It's a book that you go when you want, let's say, you want to do some angelology, or you want to do, let's say, there's a whole section on angel magic. Let's say you have some rituals and spells you want to do, or let's say you want to do your confession water full moon ritual. I love making confession water on the full moon. or you want to do a dumb supper, Christian witch style. We also call it a feast of the dead. And then it has everything you require. It has the acknowledgments, it has everything. And then you can even do pages that have bullet points. Oh, you can get creative, super creative with, let me show you a page that has bullet points on it. Here's a page with bullet points. And so this tool makes amazing books for free, formats it perfectly, gives you the perfect table of contents, gives you everything. Even in the back, what I love about it, it has all the front matter. Front matter is called, like your dedication page, the acknowledgement page, the acknowledgement. Sometimes the acknowledgements are in the front, sometimes the acknowledgements are in the back. It gives you the preface, it gives you whatever pages you desire. In the front, it gives you a whole menu of pages to choose from. In the back, I put resources, so there's a whole section for resources in the back. I love that they also give you these little designer elements. And also, it will give you about the author in the back. In the ebook version, of course, all of these will be clickable links to all your socials. And you have a picture of you. There's a picture of the crazy lady with the, with the witch hat having the time of her life. And then you have also buy. And this is really important to put in the back of books. You're also buy. And the also buy means other books by the author. And it's very likely that if someone loves the book that they're reading, it is very likely that they will also buy your other book. And also sometimes you can put in the back asking for a review from the book. That tool, you will have a beautiful book, lickety split. No work. Because the tool does the work for you and it's free. I don't know how they're doing it for free. It is free. Yay. You good, Alina?
We over here screaming.
It was so quiet for a minute. I was like, is everything okay?
I feel myself. Angel sent me a text message. She said, "Oh shit."
Wait a minute. How y'all think I'll be pumping out these books like this? Oh, it's on now. Woo, I got the dog bumps. It's on now. It's on and popping.
I tell my daughter, you and my daughter be vibing.
Come on.
Now, you and my daughter be on the same page.
Come
I
on.
got chills all over me right now.
Come on.
You and my daughter be on the same page. She's not even in the section. My daughter be saying, "Mom, she sounds like you." And yesterday I was like, "Man, this is a trip." I said, "Angels, like everything is right. I write up real fast." I said, "Ever since I've been in her class, all these books is coming to me, these things come to me." I said, "And we just trying to figure out how you get this formatted." It's just like grievous. It was just, and then my daughter, I said, my mother, she said, "Mom, the answer is going to come."
She's right about that.
She said, "Quit worrying and just keep on writing. The answer is just gonna come. It's gonna be okay." And then yesterday I was listening to your thing, and she was looking at the thing. She said, "How much it costs?" She said, "Oh, VIP is the only way to go." I said, "Well, you act like we're just pumping out money." She said, "We are. We are." She said, "Mom, can't you see it?" She said, "So VIP, that's the only way to go. Figure out this excursion you're gonna go on." She just been like, so that's when I turned the camera on because my daughter was picking me up. And so we was scuffling back and forth. We was going to go sit down and have dinner together. But she just said, "Look at us. We have been spending so much time together." Oh my goodness, there's so much going on. I can't wait to call her right now when we get off of this today and tell her, "Well, we got a new tool. We know how to format the books now." I just can't believe this. Oh my goodness.
The easy way. Do you know I used to struggle to format books? This is the easy way. I've been using it for years. Now I up-leveled to a paid book formatting service called Atticus. So I'll show you all that one too, because Atticus, I freaking love. So I'll show you that one really quickly too on screen share. So if you're watching on YouTube, at the YouTube channel, Valerie. Yeah, Valerie Love TV. If you're watching, I'm going to now show you the other Atticus.io, I think it is. Hold on. Here it is, Atticus, Atticus. Now, there are other apps named Atticus, so you want to make sure you have Atticus for authors, because there are other programs called Atticus, Atticus, right? And format stunning books. When I say stunning, like you can put pictures in them. I am creating inside of one of my books. I'm going to show you the inside of one of these books that I'm creating for you all right now. That's not what I want to show you. Let's see, hold on. I want to show you, where are these downloads? Oh, here we go. Okay, let me look inside one of these. It's called Say Yes. Oh, let's go to documents. Okay, well, I don't think it's coming up right now. Anyway, let's see if I have one of the tabs open on my other. I don't have the tab open. Either way, you go to Atticus.io, and I am telling you, you buy now. Let me see, if you click buy now, it's only, let's see, 147 bucks. It's only 147 bucks. Well, one of the things I love about Atticus is you don't pay over and over and over and over again every single month. I love that. I love that. I love that. This was created by the same people created Kindlepreneur. Oh, you done got us on the books now. Now you'll need to get in the courses, because these books, this was created by Dave Chesson, Kindlepreneur. I freaking love how he does what he does. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you want a book guy, you go to Kindlepreneur, because you're being an entrepreneur with using Kindle. Go to Kindlepreneur. I promise you, for all the spiritual people, the light workers, the energy healers, the health enthusiasts, the health coaches, the retreat leaders, all of you need to have incredible books. And you can have incredible books now. And then you hop over to Fiverr. Share this tab instead. Here is Kindlepreneur and Dave Chesson. Absolutely. He's a dad. He has a blog. It is quite amazing. Quite amazing. So I have used Atticus now. I used Atticus for my novel. I used Atticus for all of my projects. Now I use Atticus. I used to use Reedsy, free tool, and yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. I can vouch for them. I use them. Soul Whisperer says it too. She said I'm on his email list. Absolutely. Good stuff. Because there's a lot of meh stuff out there. Good stuff. When you hear from an author of many books, tools they use, it's good stuff. Because I'm telling you, sometimes with some of these things, putting them together and formatting them, even when you hire people, it's a job. And these just make your life so easy and wonderful. And really what I love about Atticus is sparks my creativity, because Atticus goes far beyond what you can do in Reedsy, being that it's a paid service. The other thing that I'll tell you, that there's one more that I'll share with you that is even more higher up the scale than Atticus, and that is Vellum. V as in Victor, ELLUM. I'm giving you guys all these resources without charging you, because of course, if you come into the course, we take you step by step on how to use all these. Vellum, incredible. Now, I don't use Vellum. I think Vellum is something like $300 and some odd, and I think Vellum is only available on MacBook. Oh, here's the price. You could get Vellum Press, create unlimited. Oh, it's pretty cheap. Create unlimited ebooks and paperbacks, only $249.99. Vellum ebooks, create unlimited ebooks, only $199.99. So all these tools are very inexpensive, because one book will definitely pay for that in one month. One book royalties will pay for all of these things easily. And then you get the royalties forever. Okay? So Reedsy for free, Atticus to step way up from Reedsy. And Vellum if you're on Mac. Now Atticus works Mac. It doesn't matter what you're on with Atticus because Atticus is web-based, and I love that it's browser-based. And Reedsy is also browser-based. I believe Vellum is software you download to your computer. I believe. I don't have Vellum. I have heard amazing things about Vellum. I'm loving Atticus because I love Dave Chesson and I love how he supports the indie author community. And I love that. I love that. And Vellum does too. So Vellum, Atticus, you could choose which one works best for you or get both of them. I mean, for $249 for one and $147 for the other, that's only $400 and you got both of them. Okay. And create amazing books. And the thing I was going to say about this Atticus experience I'm having right now.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes. Because what I love about Atticus is you can put in your book full page pictures. So hop over to Canva, make a picture, any picture in Canva, like a graphic. Bring it down from Canva like a PDF, like 8.5 by 11 or something like that. If you're making like an 8.5 by 11 book. Oh, this will turn into a book course. If you're making something like Decode Yourself, right? This is 8.5 by 11. You want a workbook. You want lines, and maybe you want whole pictures. Maybe you want a picture to cover the whole page. I'm creating something in Atticus that is so delicious because you create the whole vibe that you want in Canva. I have to show it to y'all. Because talking about it is not even doing it justice. So let me show it to you. Okay, let's go to.
I like your hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I put my 4 little kid ponytails in because we got a. Thank you. We got our inner child play today, and somebody said that they love slapping the erasers on the bricks outside and seeing that powder and the chalk go in the wind. Oh, that was so much fun when we were kids playing with the eraser. Okay. If you notice, or if you can see this, these are the notes pages and these are the coloring pages. So I'm creating all of this. I'm just creating this as I go. This is based on the 10 steps in, of course, Dark Night of the Soul, Why You're Stuck, and No Excuses Manifesto. So I'm putting all 3 of these books together in one omnibus volume. And then I'm adding notes pages with elements to them. And then I'm adding coloring pages. So here's the coloring page for the pause. Here's the coloring page for breathe. PBG is the first 3 lessons. Pause, breathe, go within. Here's the coloring page for breathe. There's another coloring page. I'm just making these as I go. And you get to play with these elements, create all kinds of coloring pages, all of that. Harmony tells you how to do all this in her course, and she's coming with a new updated course. And of course, Ascension members are going to get it for a super low price. The link will be inside the Ascension course. And as you can see here, you have unlimited. Are y'all seeing these? Are y'all seeing these on YouTube? These coloring pages that I'm creating?
No, I don't see anything.
Oh, you don't see anything? Oh, what am I doing?
Did you share the screen?
I thought I was sharing my screen. Oh, it would be good if I added it to the stream. Okay. Tell me if y'all see it now. Let me go back to the top. So these are notes.
Now I can see it. Now I can see something.
Okay, so these are notes pages. I'm telling you, family, the only thing that limits your books is your imagination. You can put anything in books now, anything, even full color, anything, all of it.
That's beautiful.
And
you
these,
did that through Canva?
I'm doing this in Canva. Now I do have the pro version of Canva. I pay for Canva because it's super cheap. It's like $12.99 a month. Yeah. And here I'm making all of these. And then see, I made this based on the pause. I am willing to pause. So on Clubhouse, if you don't see this, go to ValerieLoveTV.com. ValerieLoveTV.com. That will take you straight to my YouTube channel, and you will see what I'm talking about. See, this is coloring pages. Don't you love it?
Yes, it's nice.
These are coloring pages. This is breathing. This is on breath. I put a little third eye up there for her. You know, you can do all these. I put some butterflies here on the side of these because butterflies are the symbol and totem of air. This is air right here. I put this little mojo, this little thingy thing in. I'm just putting in there whatever goes with my spirit. If I want to put some flowers on it, I'll show you one of the other ones. This is coming soon to the members on the YouTube channel. You just join the channel.
Beautiful.
Do you love that?
Yes.
So while you're meditating on that step of the 10 steps, like the 10
yes.
Pray, you're coloring while you're meditating. This is in training your mind at a very deep level because you're making it art therapy visual. This one I put in here, which is just so fun. I listen to my soul. This is step 4, listen. No, step 5 is listen. This is one I wanted to create something that looks kind of magical. And I'm just putting pieces all together how I feel like. You can spin these around. Like you can spin this around, let's see. You can move this over. Maybe I want to spin it this way and connect it over here. It's just your creativity. It's however you want to do it. If you don't like how that looks, spin it back to where it was. Just redo it back to where it was. I put a little thing in the center to make it look like a burst kind of thing. Some of them I have more simple, like this step is surrender. I surrender to spirit. Some I have a little more complex. This one, I like the rounded wording that you can do. You know, you can do that on Canva.
Butterflies all over the body.
Yeah, the butterflies. Aren't the butterflies incredible? Then there's a simple mandala that you could color. Here is, do you like this? This book is coming soon.
Yes, I'm feeling something. I can feel it.
Can you feel it? And then I put a little bindi inside of her, on her forehead. She also already had eyebrows, but I whited out her eyebrows because I didn't like her eyebrows. See, I moved that. I covered up the eyebrows. I don't like the eyebrows that she had because I wanted to give her different eyes. And so, and you can line it up. Can you see? You can line it up.
Yes, you can line it up and change it how you want.
How you want. Yeah. If you don't like the eyes that are there, or you don't like something, and I put a bunch of flowers. I put a butterfly right here on her. You see, because I want the butterflies all over because, of course, they're my totem. I put a butterfly up here. I did an arrangement of several flowers around her hair because I wanted her hair to be flower hair. This one is more mystical. This is a more mystical design right here that I created. And you can move these little dots. You can move all this. It takes me hours to do this, and I love it. I just sit and make things. This one, I gave her earrings. This is my lady that is about taking action because she looked focused and like she's an action taker. I gave her earrings. I put a bindi in the middle of her head. I gave her this little thing on her throat, like a little tattoo at her throat. And then one of my ladies, there's a Ra, and then you can tell how happy I am about this. I put a bunch of magical elements on this one all over. And then down here, I have one. Where's my other lady? Well,
I can't wait to buy that book.
This book is going to be so fun because you know what? I'm having so much fun creating it. I am having so much fun creating it. And then on the journal pages at the bottom of the lines, you can put little magical symbols. You can put little, for each step, I have different symbols at the bottom of the journal pages. So as you journal, I wanted this book to be a total immersive experience. That's what I wanted this book to be. That's what I want. That's my intention for this book, that it's like a total immersion experience. We've got the lotus in there. That's what I'm creating. So then what you do is you download one of these. I have to do a whole tutorial about it in our new course. And I put an I on here because I just love I's and I love the ohms. You download one of these pages as a PDF or as a JPEG, the whole page as a JPEG, and you upload it to Atticus and you put it in your book as a full page picture. And now people flip through your book and you got coloring book pages, you got line pages, you have everything perfectly aligned. You don't have to try to scrunch and scrunch and move and none of that. And you made it. I know you can get a lot of templates, and Harmony is good at that. Get the templates. If the templates, if you need templates, get the templates. This is Canva, Mother of Messages, Nikki. That was Canva. And rewind the video, family, and you can see everything we've been talking about up to now. I said all that to say that in the hands of Alina and Angel, this will go ballistic. You got all your creative tools now.
That is dope. I didn't know that you could upload an image like that.
Is that cray? Okay, so since we're talking about it, I have to show y'all what it looks like in Atticus, right? I have to show y'all what it looks like in Atticus. So let me log into my Atticus. Give me a minute. I'm going to log into my Atticus, and then I'm going to show y'all what this looks like. Okay, so let's go over to my Atticus. I'm logged in now, and let me share this tab with you all. You're going to love this. So here are the books I'm currently working on, and this one is called Say Yes. So if I go over here to formatting, can y'all see my screen? Can y'all see my screen? Anyone watching YouTube and on Clubhouse?
I can see it. Yes, I can see it. I had to get back to my mute, but yes, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this gives you an idea of what it looks like when you flip through. So if we flip through the chapters, do you see how beautiful this is, that you can get this little design? And this is a template inside of Atticus. These are already themes. They have pages and pages of themes that you can just instantly set up your book according to one of the themes. So let's flip through to the chapters and let me show you. Here goes what one of the notes pages looks like. Let's keep flipping. And there, you see how when it downloads, that's how the coloring book page is going to look. Let's go to the next. See, there's a whole coloring book page right there. And if I go into,
wow.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to
just upload it right to Atticus.
Yes, you upload an image to Atticus and you make it a full page image, because you have a couple of different ways that you can upload it. Now I'm going to show you all what it looks like when I export. I don't want to export the EPUB. I don't want to do that. I want to export the PDF. When I export the PDF, I'm going to show you the PDF export, and hopefully you all can see it. Your creativity is unbounded. Family, you can create, for all our authors, for all our thought leaders. If you have a business, everyone needs a book. Everyone needs several books. If you have a business, your best way to get yourself aligned with your customers is your business. Okay, now what I did was I just printed out the PDF that I will upload to KDP. Now, as we scroll through, you see it gave you a perfect table of contents. And now it's going to give me, you see how this came out here? I wanted this little watercolor thing. That's the theme I chose. Now, if we scroll down, here's the chapters. And you can change all of this. It's all exchangeable. It's all changeable. Now, what we're going to look at is we're going to look at the pictures.
So you can start typing it up in Atticus too. You don't have to go
Exactly. You don't have to use it. Now look at how these pages look when it prints out in the book. What I love about this is that if you notice up here at the top, you want your book to have up here at the top, the page number. You want it to have either the author name or maybe, and then the name of this book is Say Yes. and then there's the page number. But you notice on the full page pictures, it doesn't put that at the top because you want a totally immersive experience for your reader. Do you see what I'm saying? Then,
Yes.
do you see how these go all the way to the edge? I love how that looks. I love how that looks because I pour a lot of care into my books. And
yes, you do. And this doesn't Angel should go back and look at this on her Mac or her laptop, because this not gonna cut stuff off.
exactly.
You won't cut stuff off, Angel.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you try to do this in all these other programs that are not made for books, you're going to struggle. I promise you, from an author that's been a blogger. I've been online for a long time. I used to be a blogger back in 2000, 2008, 2009, before they had all this wonderful blogging technology. I would be up till 4 a.m. in the morning trying to line a picture up with the words on my blog. I mean, it was WordPress. It was crazy. It was crazy. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I have used 50 million different website builders, book builders, this, that, the other. Lining all that shit up with a tool that is not made for that is hell. You're going to be there for 10 hours.
Wow.
When you can get a tool that's made for that, right? It's hell. I've been there. And I refuse to go back to hell. And do you see that now when you have this book, your reader is no longer in the book, okay? You know, you got the book, you got the title at the top, or you got the name of the author at the top. I want them to be in their notes when they're on their notes pages. This is your own experience within yourself. When you're on the coloring pages, I want you to be in your color, you know, give you the freedom to be in your coloring pages, coloring in the zone, going within yourself, meditative. You see how that works? This came from Canva.
Yes.
And what I love about it is if you get a template, you can get your coloring templates like tangent templates and all those. And that's great. I just was never a template gal because I want to create shit. If you don't like creating all this, you know, sitting on Canva, I like that. If you don't like that, get a template and do the same thing. People already made it up. People that like doing this stuff already made it up. Just go buy what they made up already or buy it on Etsy. Because not everybody sits.
You can move things around the way you want. It becomes your own creation.
That's exactly right. You cannot find any book like the books that I make because I made the whole thing. I made all the pictures. It's not a template. Do you see what I'm saying?
That is beautiful.
It's not a template. So when you get into this, and then I even put this Bible scripture right here. Do you see how you can put Bible scriptures? You can put quotes. We tell you in the course, do not put Bible scriptures other than these four, as actually five books that are copyright free. There's only 5 Bibles that's copyright free. You cannot quote from New Living Translation, all these translations of the Bible that are not copyright free. You wouldn't believe it. The Bible is copyrighted. And if you use any of those Bible translations, you're going to have to share your royalties with them because the Bible is copyrighted. I know.
Okay,
strange.
Who copywrote the Bible? Who did it?
How did they do that?
So those other translations have been copyrighted, right?
Right. Because if you all of those,
oh,
yeah, because they created it. They went to the manuscripts, they created it, they created their own translation of it. Yeah. And then they have the copyrights.
The King James version, you can quote that one, right?
You can quote the King James version. There are 5 you can quote. You can quote King James, you can quote Young's Literal Translation, you can quote World English Bible, Douay Rheims Bible. There are only about 5 of them. And to find out which ones you can
What about Aramaic? Can you quote that one?
You know what? No, you cannot. You cannot quote that one. No.
Okay.
All you do is search non-copyrighted Bible on Bible Gateway, because Bible Gateway has a whole page dedicated to which Bibles on Bible Gateway are in what's called the public domain. Oh, there's more than 5. Okay, there's 1, 2. These are the Bibles that are in the public domain. Somebody just screenshot these. These are the Bibles on Bible Gateway that are in the public domain. American Standard Version, Darby Translation. Okay. Oh, you don't see them? Pardon me.
No, we still see your color pages.
Okay. I just changed it. Can you see it now?
No, ma'am.
Oh, no?
Oh, I see it now. I'm a screenshot. Okay.
Okay. Screenshot it. American Standard Version, Darby Translation, Douay Rheims 1899 American Edition, King James Version, which a lot of people quote. Now you see why they quote it. World English Bible, Young's Literal Translation, and then you have 2, I think, that are in Spanish, the Reina Valera Antigua and the Biblia Sacra Vulgata. Those 2 are Spanish. The first, so it was 5, 2, 4, is 6. 6 of them. So all your Bible quotes need to come out of one of these 6 if you're writing in English. And if you're writing in Spanish, those 2 at the bottom. If you're quoting any other version of the Bible, you are in violation of copyright. But most people don't know that. They just grab a Bible and start typing. But you notice all these Bibles don't say the same thing. Okay. Any questions? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I do have a question.
Yes.
While you're on the subject of copyrighting quotes and stuff, I just have a question about quotes that people say. Do you go over all of that in the course? Like just for example, be the change you wish to see in the world. If I wanted to put something like that in a journal, is that copyrighted or is it public domain? Those are questions I have, so I wondered, was it covered in the course?
Yes, we do cover that. The key is that you cannot use anything that's not copywritten. You can't use any copyrighted material unless it is for very specific purposes. The copyright laws, at least in the United States, are very, very firm, very strong. And people do sue authors. People do. You sell enough books, they're going to be coming for that money. Like, hello, I said that. I wrote that belongs to me. So when you are doing this, it's best for you to work with public domain. Get things that are in the public domain. Like all my books, they'll be in the public domain eventually, unless someone renews the copyright. The copyright renews 80 years. Well, 80 years usually after the person's death or 80 years after the creation of the work, one of those 2. It goes into the public domain if no one renews the copyright. However, Dr. Seuss, he'd been gone on to glory a long time ago. And Dr. Seuss makes about, I think, 48, 50, 60 million a year. Oh, them kids, that whole empire, they renew that copyright. You cannot be saying Sam I Am in your books. Or the brown cow with the turtle. Dr. Seuss is the richest dead author on the planet. Dr. Seuss. I don't know how much money they make. I think the last time I looked, it was somewhere between 48 million and 60 million a year. Dr. Seuss. Been dead a long time. Well, I mean, his body is dead. He's up in heaven dancing. He's like, yes, Sam I Am. Green eggs and ham, Sam I Am. He up there eating green eggs and ham. Yeah. Okay, no, you can't use other people's shit. But guess what? That's good. Make your own shit up.
What course are you talking about, Kaisi?
Oh, we have 2 courses. Okay, so however, what we're going to do is we're going to give discount codes inside of Ascension. So we'll post both of those courses inside of Ascension because we have discount codes for Ascension and for Initiation for our Mystery School students. This is starting to go into the bonus content section. We have a big growing bonus content section that if you're in Ascension, and some of these you will have to be in Ascension for 90 days because we want to be sure of your commitment to Ascension, that you're not just jumping in Ascension to get a nice discount. That's not what Ascension is for. You get a discount because you're doing the work in Ascension. So you join Ascension because you want to do the work of Ascension. And if you don't want to do the work of Ascension, just buy it at the regular price, right? So we will be creating codes for that, and that'll be inside the Ascension course. And if you're not in Ascension, we'll put the links below this vid. Oh my God, this is the stuff that me and Harmony eat, sleep, breathe. Like, this is like how we create some of our streams of income. That Kindle Books pays my house in Mexico. Hello.
Once I started doing the books, that's when I got the speaking engagement. So I need to keep going.
Okay. That's how you start getting some freedom. Freedom to be able to travel because you have a line of income or streams of income coming into you at all times. I bet you right now people are buying my books. Yay! So just to give you an example, these 3 books are 3 workbooks that I created called No Excuses Manifesting, Dark Night of the Soul, and Why You're Stuck. And they have exercises in them, and they have stories in them, and they have step-by-step processes in them. These are coaching tools. You could coach people. So now what I'm going to do is I'm putting all 3 of these in one big book called an omnibus. And it's going to have the notes pages, as it does now. They all have notes pages in them right now, journal pages, in addition to the exercises, the steps, all the things that you're supposed to be doing. Inside it, the questions, the steps, the principles, all of those things that are in here. Now, when I put it all in one omnibus, it's called omnibus. When you put several books together in one, you can see I love creating this. You put it all together in one book. Now you can do a hardcover and a soft cover because now Kindle has hardcover. Oh my God. You can make it a hardcover book. So it's going to be a big hardcover book. And I promise you, and it's going to have journal pages and coloring pages and the steps. That book is called Say Yes. That book will free tons of souls, and that book will be a whole experience on its own. It's going to not even be a book. You can't even call it a book. You call it a coaching experience. You can create that. You can create that, and then you can charge more for it. Come on, family. Light bulbs.
Free lessons right now. Everybody, we need to be cash apping you right now.
Hello. My Cash App is below. Let me put it in the chat too, right here. Because if you follow what I just gave you, you're gonna make that's the makings of millions right there. If you follow what I gave you right now, you will have money every month. Every month. I gave you enough for you to have money every single month in your bank account. We just got our emails from Kindle. I love seeing those emails come in every month. Hey, your royalties are coming to you. Every 28th, 29th of the month, Kindle drop that money in your bank account like clockwork. Every 21st of the month, YouTube drop that money in my accounts like clockwork. Then in Ascension, I teach you how to get paid in Bitcoin. Oh, come on now. If you're following the steps, I don't see why you're not totally free. If you're following the steps, because we told you, we show you in Ascension how to get paid in Bitcoin, how to take your YouTube money and get paid in Bitcoin. Even though YouTube doesn't pay out Bitcoin, you can get the direct deposit in Bitcoin. Come on now. Come on now. You can't say I didn't tell you. Now, if you don't do jack, that's on you, boo. You cannot say I didn't tell you because I gave you all the goods. Every time you come to a video of Reverend Valerie Love, I give you all the goods. I don't hold nothing back. Nothing. I give you all the goods. You got It's Makani Love, Makani Love. It's on my Clubhouse profile as well. And I love Bitcoin. So thank you to everybody who's been sending me all these wonderful sats on Cash App. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it, I love it, I love it. Family, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to tell you everything that I'm doing. It works. I'm going to tell you all. I'm going to tell it all to you. And it's up to you to do it. If you don't do it, that's on you. I can't do anything other than inspire you and tool you for you to go and do it. I can't come to your house and get you off your sofa. I do that in spirit realm. So I go around in people's houses. I go around in their dreams, all those kinds of things. No one's going to come knocking on your door and tell you, hey, get up and live your dreams. Hey, get up and make book royalties that pay you $10,000 a month so you can travel the world and not be stressed. No one's going to knock on your door. You're not getting that knock is not coming on the door. No one's going to knock on your door. The residual income police don't exist. How much residual income did you create today? The residual income police, they don't exist. Do they? Who's it on?
No, he said that's funny. He said residual income police.
How much residual income? I wish they did exist. How much residual income did you create today? I should go on to you going to pauper's prison. I wish, trust me, if there was such a thing as pauper's prison and residual income police, everybody would have residual income. But you don't have any accountability to make it. That's why you ain't doing it. But you got accountability to come to a job with a bad boss. Come to work every day and clock in. We got to know when you come and when you leave. Who made that up? You have to know when I come and when I leave. Yeah, and when you go to, I heard somebody the other day. The other day I was in a store and someone said, yeah, because so-and-so wants to go to the restroom, so go relieve her. I was like, damn, you got to wait for somebody to come to your station so you can go to the bathroom. Then when I want to go and lay on the beach and sex my boo for 2 weeks, I can only do it for 2 weeks. Once a year for 2 weeks, then get back in it and sit in this box. This box is my office. Yeah, it's called a cubicle. A cubicle. Because I'm sitting in a cube. Yes. And this is my chair. Yes. And people, I don't know why they decorate it. Why would you decorate a prison? I'm telling y'all, if I was in a cubicle, I wouldn't even have a chair. I would just stand up to get me out of there. Right? They decorate their cubicle. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what level of acceptance of a low standard of self and what one can expect and what one can get would cause you to build someone else's dream. You're building someone else's dream. That would cause you to build someone else's dream sitting in a box, and they tell you when you can go to the bathroom, when you can sex your boo on the beach for 2 weeks, and then come right back. And when you're sick, you have to call them and tell them I'm sick. And people make up being sick just so they don't have to go there. I mean, the whole thing is so bizarre. I don't even know how they put this over on so many millions of people. I think that's why we have the Great Resignation. I'm so happy 30, 40, 60 million people quit their jobs. I'm like, thank God. It's an awakening. Like, why the fuck are we doing this when we could be sitting in our own house? We have technology now. We don't have to go to a building. I mean, come on, humanity.
That cubicle with anything but spirituality. When I was under investigation by the government, I decorate, like my cubicle was decorated before, like with just like random stuff. But when they put me under investigation, all them Buddhas was in my, like when I tell you I brought everything from my house and slapped it in that cubicle, when I tell you everybody's demons was irritated. They couldn't wait to get me out there like, oh my God, what is that? Is that a cross? And like they didn't know what was going on because I had every religion up in that cubicle. They were so confused. It was like they came with pitchforks. They wanted me out of there. And to me, I just sat back and laughed every day. I was like, okay, I see y'all, but let me let y'all see me. So yeah, you can decorate your cubicle with whatever you want until you cross the line of spirituality. Then it's a no-go.
Oh, they don't let you put spiritual stuff in the cubicle?
No, they didn't like that at all.
They don't let you put spiritual stuff in your cubicle.
They did not like that at all. When I tell you, I had GS-15s, and for people that know the government, that's the highest you can go.
Girl, she was all the way up there in the steps and the grades. Grade this, step this. You know the government, they got a grid.
Everybody had to come see this cubicle for themselves. It was the craziest thing. I was on display.
They were like, what happened? She started having her spiritual awakening and she was at the government. Making $80 an hour or something like that. She was a 6-figure government, high-ranking government employee. And then she had a spiritual awakening. And the whole day went to hell in a handbasket real quick. Wow. God. Wait a minute. Look at Derica. Derica said, yes, Rev, I put in my 2 weeks notice on both of my jobs. Thank you. Okay, I'm convinced that A Course in Miracles is a job quitting program. Derica just quit both her jobs, Harmony.
Oh my goodness.
That's your soul twin.
Yeah, that's my kindred spirit. We have the same exact galactic signature.
Same exact galactic signature.
Same everything, yes.
She just quit both her jobs, she said.
That's what being in this community will make you do.
How you gonna travel all over the world and be on Zooms and Clubhouse and YouTube for 3 hours in the morning and do your spiritual practice and live your free life and eat mangoes and eat avocado toast at a cafe for a couple of hours? How you gonna do it? If you look at my day yesterday, how am I do that with a job? Then write your books and create your coloring books and create your music and play the violin and make more beautiful affirmations. How you gonna do all that with a job? No. Okay?
It's impossible. It's totally impossible. And I remember when I was going through this process, and I was at one of your retreats, Rev, and you were given the jewels. And I was like, wait a minute. You get one of these moments like, what in the hell am I doing? And what you said earlier today is take action. Take action. All of these resources that you're giving, if you all don't take action, then what's the point? You know, when I took forever to write my book, Workplace Voodoo, and I promise you, I get a royalty every single month. Somebody buys that book. I don't know who, and it pops up on my email, KDP royalty, and I was like, woo-hoo! Yes, so there is benefits to doing the work and understanding that you have to create these streams of income from your own creativity. Whatever you do that makes you creative, and let it flow from there, and everything will be so beautiful. So take action. These are some beautiful resources. I use some of them. I'm in the process of preparing another book, and I will be using Reedsy. I have my accountability partner, so we're good to go. So use these resources, take action, and just watch what happens to your life. Because trust me, you can't just, Rev is right, you just can't live this kind of God life and then have, hold on, spirit, I have to go plug in right now. I'll be back at 5 o'clock. That's not how that works. You know, yes, Harmony, I think the Course of Miracles is a job quitting exercise, because at some point you're going to look up and say, wait a minute, what in the heck am I doing? What am I doing? And then at that point, when that light bulb goes off, then you have all these resources to assist you in the transition from what I call from working for a living to living for a living, which is what I do. I live for a living. Someone asked me, Dr. B, what's your schedule? I said, my schedule is me. Whatever it is, it's me. I don't have a schedule. It is me. So I love this life. I love the life that I'm putting together. And creating those ways to sustain you, especially with books, so easy. With all these resources we got today, everyone should have a book. And that's just the incomplete.
If you don't have a book, we're just gonna say, keep staying in the Course of Miracles. Keep going. That's all. Keep going. No judgment. If you don't take action on these, like Dr. B said, Queen Hadassah said, taking action. If you don't take action, that's on you. And we're going to just say, stay in your process, because one day it will kick in. Derica said she quit her job. She said, I couldn't, Rev. I was miserable. Okay, everybody give it up for Derica. Congratulations, Derica. That is worth celebrating. Celebrate it. Who's next? Did we get everybody on stage?
I just wanted to just take a moment there, because I talked to Rev over the weekend, and I told her that I'm creating a course with, because let me tell y'all, when I tell y'all I live my life on my own terms, I'm sitting here butt naked with my new body, eating avocados, listening to A Course in Miracles. I'm not thinking about nobody's job besides the fact laughing about me putting the Buddhas and the Lakshmis and the Geshnas in my cubicle and everybody having a fit. I'm thinking about it in that way. So I wanted to, when we're talking about all this travel that we're doing, and it does something to my spirit when people don't think they can go because of finances. So I am launching a course next Tuesday, 7 passive income streams that'll have you living the life of your dreams, letting you know all of the ways all of the things that I'm implementing in my life that you can do right now today, absolutely free of charge, with no actual physical products or anything like that, everything online. So you can be a digital nomad. If you don't want to be a digital nomad, you can be someone that just can travel when they feel like it, or just have that extra money laying around. Because it's nice to have it and not need it, than need it and not have it. So in this course, it'll be like, I'll be live for 2 hours. You can catch the recording. In the recording, I will have a lot, I love resources. So there'll be a lot of PDFs and ebooks just to show you how I've been doing this for 5 years. Because when people say they can't go and it's a money issue, I'm like, let's show these people how to manifest that ish right now, today. So I'll be,
when is that, sis?
Next Tuesday. I'll drop the link for you guys today in our groups. So if you're in our Soul Excursions group on Facebook, jump in there. But I'll let everybody know how they can register today. And of course, Ascension and Mystery School members will get a nice, huge discount.
You gonna drop it? Is it gonna be dropped in Discord, Harmony?
Yes, because the Ascension members will get a discount. Yes. So I'll drop it in Ascension, I'll drop it in Soul Excursions, and I'll drop it in our Facebook Soul Excursions group as well.
Okay. Remember, for Ascension, you always must log into your course for all of your links. And we are going to give you in Ascension the heads up when the link is ready, because you must log into your course, because it teaches you to log into your course and do the work. And in Ascension, we never share the links with anyone else in the Discord. We tell all our Ascension buddies, log into your course. It's all there for you, because everybody's got to go to the well and drink for themselves. Don't give nobody nothing.
Even me. On Thursday, I was having an experience. I had left the St. Patrick's Day party and parade, and I was ready. I was getting there early. I could not find the link. And I text Zaire, like, Zaire, are you on the class? I was lost. She's like, yes. I'm like, it keeps telling me that the password isn't correct. She just said, try again. She did not tell me the password. She did not tell me where to go. I said, okay, this is on me. I got to figure it out. So everybody has to figure it out in this community. So I learned that on Thursday. It's all on me. It wasn't on anybody else to help me. The information was there. I just had to get to it.
That is delicious. So we would give you that heads up when the link is ready. Hey, Nia McKinney, yay! I love all the cash apps. I love all the Bitcoin gifts. I love it all. Love it all. And I give huge appreciation for this universe of life that takes care of me every single day. So why wouldn't I take care of God's people? All my job is to take care of God's people. That's all. And I'm going to do that job. Tell me, till there's no breath in my body. I'm going to do that job. And then from the other side, I'm just going to come and haunt y'all in your dreams. Did you create your book today? And you wake up, I thought Reverend Val was gone into the other dimensions, but man, I think I'm seeing her standing in my bedroom right now. Yeah, that would be me. My ghost is standing right there looking at you. I do.
You pop up in so many rooms like, Harmony, is this the best use of your time? And that's all you ask. You ask the question, and I'm like, no, it's not. Let me get on my destiny.
That is so delicious. You know, I made a deal. I made a deal with Upper Realms. I told them that they can use my body and my form and my likeness and my voice in any means required, whether my body is there or not. They can use they can use all of me at any time for anyone's dreams all over the world, whether people know me or not. I made a deal. And when you make a deal with Upper Realms, use me, God. It's a total surrender. Use me, God, use me. What am I to do? Where am I to go? What am I to say? And to whom? That they use you on multiple dimensions. They don't just use you in the third dimension. They use your voice, your likeness to tell somebody something, because they know that the person will pay attention to that. It's really God talking, sounding like Reverend Val, or sounding like Mama Ia, or sounding like Mama Helen, or sounding like Harmony, or sounding like Coach Michelle, or sounding like Queen Vashti or Queen Hadassah. It's really God. That's all it is. It's only one voice. It's the voice for God. We're all hearing it. It just sounds like something that you can relate to and be like, oh man, there go Reverend Val again, right? There go God again. There go God again. Okay, now we have to get you over to seeing the global events. We got to get you to Dubai. Can Zaire come to the stage? Zaire, are you able to come to the stage? I don't know if she's working or if she's able. Zaire, are you able to come to the stage? Oh, Zaire, can you please share what happened last night? It's still in my spirit from last night to this morning. This morning we did a meditation. That, Zaire, you were at the core of that meditation this morning. And you all hear the first part of the meditation. If you go to YouTube, I apologize. I was muted on Clubhouse. The first part of the meditation is on YouTube and Facebook. Zaire, can you share anything you want to share from the Zoom we had last night? The travel Zoom last night blew me away. Blew me away.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Yes.
beloved. Yeah.
Yes. So I just felt a yes in my spirit, and something's gonna have to happen because I know that's where I'm supposed to be. So yes, that was definitely my higher self talking, because you already know the committee started talking, and but I know that that's where my soul wants to be. So I have to watch the miracles unfold. I will just say that, and that is all on this subject.
Well, everyone, you can still watch that Zoom. Today we will have the recording ready for you by close of business today, and you can watch the recording. The Zoom blew me away. It blew me away. And you have 14 days, 15 hours, 39 minutes, and 29, 28, 27, 26 seconds to register for Dubai. This ship is about to leave the station. All aboard this train. Ships don't leave stations. Okay, thank you, Valerie. This ship is about to leave the harbor. All right, Galactic Signature for the day. We got tons of good resources. We're going to use them. Galactic Signature for today.
Beautiful. I mean, this whole lesson was so amazing, you know, with the problem and the solution. And apparently we were having issues with books. So we got the solution right away. So thank you, Rev, for all of the beautiful resources, because I know for a fact I have to pay for this. So if you all don't take action, something wrong with you. So take action. You can do this. We're here to support you. We will encourage you. Do what you got to do. So today we are in Kin 202. White resident when the truth clan today. I channel in order to communicate. Inspiring breath. I feel the input of spirit. With the resonant tone of attunement, I am guided by the power of timelessness. I channel in order to communicate. Inspiring breath. I feel the input of spirit. With the resonant tone of attunement, I am guided by the power of timelessness. I channel in order to communicate. Inspiring breath. I feel the input of spirit. With the resonant tone of attunement, I am guided by the power of timelessness. White resonant wind.
I felt that gust of wind as you read that. Good Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I felt that gust of wind. There we have it. White resonant.
And congratulations to all of those sojourning to Dubai. I'm pretty sure that you will have the most amazing time. And, you know, like Harmony says, if you're having issues around that cash, he has a solution for that too. There is only one problem, and that problem has been solved, family. So I'm complete. Rev?
Big ups goes to Alina, Angel, and Darika today. Y'all killed it today. You slam dunked it. You got them books together. And Darika, you gave notice for both your jobs. Woo! My day is starting off fabulous already. Hallelujah. Everybody send some love. Send some love. You know how we do every day. Send some love.